Hi, I'm Justin, and this is a quick disclaimer. This is my final English project, so I wanted to do something I'd enjoy, so I made an Ahri guide. If you're looking for a high-quality Ahri guide, you can find in the description some pretty good guides that I'd give a 10 out of 10. I'm Bronze 5, 28 LP, so this is for entertainment purposes only. Sorry if I wasted your time. Ahri is an amazing champion in League of Legends, with a great kit. She can charm men and throw blue balls at them, as well as dash around the place, making her plays look flashy, giving you the ultimate excuse to spam that Mastery 7 you worked so hard for. And of course, Ahri has an amazing selection of skins, from Daytime Ahri, Nighttime Ahri, you probably watch a Naruto Ahri, K-pop Ahri, only Ahri mains still call it Dauntless Ahri. I thought this was a Japanese, but it's actually a Korean schoolgirl Ahri, Hypnotic Tails Ahri, and last but not least, every otaku's dream skin Ahri. Now I know what you're saying, but Justin, I don't want to play your trash weeb, anime, K-pop, Korean myth, champion. Well, here's what I have to say to you. On Ahri, I have 563 games played, 65% win rate, and as of June 4th, 2018, 236,204 mastery score. Alright, now that I have convinced you to play Ahri, the best champion in all of League of Legends, I challenge you to watch this whole entire video, and I bet you 236,204 Venezuelan Bolivar, that's $3.05 Canadian, that by the time you have finished watching my Bronze 5 Ahri OTP guide, you will then become the second best Ahri player in the entire world, right behind yours truly, me, Justin, the guy who made this video. First of all, before we even start with the guide, who is Ahri? Well, abandoned in the snowy woods of Ionia, Ahri the nine-tailed fox knew nothing of her original fox family. She then joined a pack of ice foxes as they stalked prey on their morning hunt, and then adopted Ahri as one of their own. However, you see, Ahri was no ordinary fox. She was a magical one, and with no one to teach her the magic of her kind, she had eventually instinctively learned to use the magic herself, and started weaving around destructive orbs and quickening her reflexes to take down prey. If she were to ever get close enough, she would even charm deer into a state of tranquility. Her charm was so effective that it would remain serene even as she sank her teeth into its flesh. Then one day she crossed paths with a dying man laying on the ground in the middle of battle, so she sucked at the man's life essence, turning her human, and now she runs around seducing men, stealing their life essence, making her more and more powerful. Ahri being a burst mage means that she can easily single-handedly take out any vulnerable squishy targets by locking them down with CC and them in the ass with a barrage of spells, forcing the enemy to play the rest of the game in black and white, since you'll be constantly rolling over them, charming enemies from left to right. Now for Ahri's kit, let's start with her useless ass passive. Dear Riot, please fire Rickless. Anyways, Ahri's new passive is Vestayan Grace. Whenever Ahri lands 2 spell hits within 1.5 seconds, whether it be her Q hitting twice or her W, it will proc this useless passive, giving her 20% bonus movement speed for 3 seconds. Ahri's Q is Orb of Deception. Ahri, being the nine-tailed fox from Naruto, needs to have a Rasengan, and her Q is exactly what that is. On cast, Ahri sends out her Orb of Deception, dealing magic damage on the way out and true damage on the way back in to all enemies it passes through. Her Q can also collect a maximum of 3 stacks per cast, 1 stack per enemy hit. Once she reaches a total of 9 stacks, her next Orb of Deception will heal her for a total of 3 to 18 depending on your level, plus 9% of your AP for every enemy hit. It's best to hold onto the passive until the wave has been reset for the most healing possible. Ahri's W is Foxfire. When activated, her W summons 3 Foxfires orbiting around her for up to 5 seconds. The flames prioritize any enemies hit by her charm within the last 3 seconds within a 725 unit range. Now, a trick which all Ahri players know but is still worth mentioning is that you can auto attack your laner following it with a cast of Foxfire. That way, it's guaranteed you will hit your opponent without having to worry about them dodging any skill shots. Next is her E. Ahri's E is her charm, and one of the most essential parts of playing Ahri is being able to land her charm. Now what Ahri's charm does is that when she casts it, Ahri blows a kiss flying towards the enemy in a straight line and dealing magic damage. And if it lands, the enemy becomes charmed and is slowed by 65%, walking towards you in a straight line as you spam them with the rest of your spells, since the charm grants 20% bonus damage for any spells hit within 5 seconds. Last but not least is her ulti. Ahri's ultimate is Spirit Rush. Ahri's ultimate Spirit Rush allows her to dash to any location, dealing a small amount of damage within a certain range. Her ultimate can be casted up to 3 times within 10 seconds, with a 1 second delay in between each cast. And for skill order, you're going to want to have to go Q at level 1, followed by E, then Q again, then W. Then for the rest, you finish maxing Q, then W, then E, and get your ulti whenever you can at level 6, 11, and 16. For runes, you're going to want to go into the domination tree and run Electrocute, allowing Ahri to deal out higher burst damage. Followed by Sudden Impact, which works well on Ahri since her ulti is a dash, allowing her to do more damage thanks to the magic pen granted by this rune. For the next row, you're going to want to have to take Eyeball Collection since there's really no best option for Ahri among the slot 2 runes. And last but not least, Ingenious Hunter. I'll explain later why I take this over Ultimate Hunter, however if you prefer Ultimate Hunter, go ahead and take it due to the removal of Ultimate Hat in the Sorcery tree. And for the second tree, you're going to want to take Sorcery since Ahri is a mage after all. Here we can take Mana Flow Band because of Ahri's early game mana problems, and then Transcendence for the 10% CDR. For starting items, it's just your standard Doran's Ring and health pots, really nothing too special. On your first back, you want to aim to buy Lost Chapter, and maybe a refillable. Having Lost Chapter makes Ahri a little stronger because now that she has a bigger mana pool, she can use Charm more frequently, then of course you want to complete that Lost Chapter into Allurance. For our second item, this is why we take Ingenious Hunter, because we want to build Protobelt allowing Ahri to deal the most damage possible and keep destroying squishies. For boots, either Sorcerers or Merc Treads if the enemy has really heavy CC. I'm not really a big fan of running Tabai, but you can still use it if you really want to. Then for the rest of the build, it's pretty basic. Morello, Rabadons, and follow it up with a Void Staff. For situational items, we have either Zonias or Banshees. Aside from Protobelt, the build is pretty normal for a typical Burst Mage. And for Ahri Summoners, they're pretty basic, just Flash and Ignite. You can run things like Cleanse for hard CC matchups, or Exhaust with Assassins and mobile champions who like to dash around you such as Yasuo or Aurelia. For early game laning as Ahri, all that you really want to do is just sit back and farm the wave as you trade with your enemy laner. Ahri doesn't have the strongest early game as she is weakest around levels 1 through 3, especially because her Q isn't the easiest thing to hit, since in order for it to do a good chunk of damage, you'll need for it to hit both times. And your charm costs a lot of mana, so you don't want to use it too often until you have Lost Chapter. And remember to stay safe since she is fairly squishy, but you don't want to play so safe that you end up farming under tower and get left behind, so just occasionally shove the wave back at your opponent. So don't worry if you aren't able to bully your lane opponent into DCing from the game, because you can still do that later around the mid game. Now that you've passed 6 and have your first item complete, you want to start looking to roam for your side lanes. As Ahri with your Q Orb of Deception, you have fairly good wave clear, allowing you to shove the wave and then roam around the map to grab kills both top or bot lane. Ahri's ulti Spirit Rush allows her to easily surprise the enemy side lanes by dashing out of bushes, because if they don't ward, they'll have little to no time to react. And if they somehow manage to slip away, you can easily catch up to them by using your other 2 charges on Ahri's ulti Spirit Rush. The same goes for dealing with CC, for example a Morgana Bind. You can easily use your other charges to dodge these skill shots. However, in some situations, you will have matchups such as Xerath or Veigar, where your laner has better wave clear than you. In situations like this, you'll have no choice but to stay in lane and snowball off of them. Overall, Ahri is just a fun champion who is easy to pick up and add to your champion pool. Unfortunately, in the current meta, Ahri isn't as strong as she used to be and just seems kinda outdated. Really, this is kinda the reason as to why I'm currently maining support instead of playing my favorite mid lane champion. Although I had to edit this video twice, Sony Vegas didn't save. I really enjoyed working on this video. I may not be the best Ahri player, or even a great League of Legends player in general, but I still love playing Ahri, and I really wish she can come back even stronger. In a strange way, by making this video, it kind of feels as if instead of this video being an Ahri guide, it's more of a video reminding myself why I love this champion, and why others should play her too. Thanks for watching!